everybody, welcome back. Today I'm gonna be putting my green stalk together today. First I wanted to show you guys my seedlings, and Nick's tilling outside, so I'm probably not gonna be able to talk into the video, but I will do a voiceover and just film me putting it together. And I think on the strawberry box, it says to plant 2 to 4 weeks after your last frost, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and plant them now because our last frost is April 19th. It's today, the 25th. So we do got a couple weeks, but I think they'll survive. I think they'll do fine if I just end up planting them today. Here is the progress of my seedlings. I didn't really update you guys on these, but I did try this milk jug method. I have basil growing in here. I planted it just 2 days ago. And then in here I have my other onions, and those aren't sprouting. I think they do need a water here pretty soon though. But I want to see how this works out, and then as soon as they start sprouting, I'm going to cut the top off of them and then place them on this rack with these, and then turn these lights on. These lights aren't on yet just because these haven't obviously sprouted yet. I have all of my sunflowers, and then I have my cucumbers in those two. I think I have all my sunflowers in these, and then my cucumbers in this one. But here are my onions, and then here are my tomatoes. I do have a couple of cells that haven't germinated. I don't know if they're just not gonna do anything, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I have 2 of my tomatoes. I think this side is the beefsteak, and then that side will be the cherry tomato. And here I have all my broccoli. My broccoli is looking really, really good. I'm really excited about that. My coleus haven't really sprouted yet, but I think they take, let's check. Looks like they take 10 to 15 days, and I probably planted them maybe about a week ago now. So hopefully we'll be, actually, look at that. There is a little sprout in there. You can't really see it, but I think that is a sprout. So I'm gonna wait for more of these to start sprouting, and then I'll take this little plastic off. And then in here I have my, whoa, that is really, what is that? Is that a mushroom? Huh, oh. I have my forget-me-nots and my lavenders, but it looks like I have some mushrooms or something growing in there. That's really odd. Or is that, I don't think that's lavender. Oh, that's so weird. It's growing in like almost all of, ooh, got a little sprout there. But yeah, I think these are mushrooms or something. I'm gonna have to Google that and see if I have to take those out, what that means. And then in this last one, we have Brussels sprouts. Looks like they all have germinated. And then in the back there, a couple of lemon balm. They haven't really, there's a couple that are germinating, and those take kind of a longer amount of time too. All of those I feel are doing okay. I mean, I know my onions do look a little, some of them look really good and some of them just look dead. I don't know if it's because of underwatering. I don't think I'm overwatering, or they might just be too close to the light. I'm not sure. And then my tomatoes are also looking a little leggy, but I don't know. I've never done tomatoes or onions or broccoli or any of these really, except for the cucumbers, but they haven't sprouted yet. I really want to get this green stalk in the ground though and start, oh, my neighbor's outside. Yeah, I want to get my green stalk out there and start putting that together. I got the dirt for it, and I have strawberries. I have 1 thing of strawberries, and it has 10 plants in here. So these are what the strawberries look like, or the box. There's 10 plants, and spacing, yeah, so it says usually 4 to 6 weeks after last frost. So that's in like May, late May. Should I plant them right now? I mean, what's the harm? I could just plant more. Or I could do like half of the green stalk with these and do a little bit of an experiment and see if I can get these going. And then I could do the upper half just in June and see if that will do anything. We'll see. Let's go out there and put this green stalk together. Something really exciting literally just arrived. I got 2 of the steel galvanized Amazon beds. I'm not gonna put them together today, or I might. I don't know, maybe. The box is super freaking heavy. I saw the Amazon delivery truck. It pulled up right in front of my house, and I was like, oh, my beds are here. So I go out there and I meet the girl out there, and she's like carrying the box. And it's not too big of a box. It's just heavy. It was so embarrassing. So I go out and we do this like little exchange to where she's holding it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll take it. And then like, okay, it feels heavy, and she let go. And I was like fumbling with the box. And I'm like, oh my God, watch your feet. And I totally just dropped it. And it was just like really embarrassing. Oh my God. Okay, let's put this green stalk together. I think I might just put the bed together today because I'm super excited. But, so I have my green stalk box out here. And then I also have my strawberries and then my 3 other beds. So here's the green stalk box. I think these are the 4x2 bed. I just got one of these. And then these are the 2 big beds. And this box is really heavy. Look at these little stickers. I think I hear seeds. These are so cute. Peppers, carrots, lettuce, radish. Here we grow. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I already love this company. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, there is seeds in here. Oh, carrots. And then just instructions how to put it together. This green stalk is super simple and super easy, straightforward to put together. All you really have to do is put the little water tray in and then stack another piece of tier, I guess, onto that little water tray or the water reservoir. But as I was putting it together, I was starting to realize that it really does need dirt in order for you to put it together, just because of how wobbly it is and it doesn't fully click all the way. And I didn't want to risk having it blow away in the wind, and that would just be very, very devastating. But this green stalk was super easy to put together, and I highly recommend this in your garden. And this company seems like a really sweet and amazing company. This is me admiring it. I think I might just have to put it back away just because I got the wrong soil for it. In the little booklet that they gave me, they say to not use topsoil, to use like potting mix instead. And I only got topsoil. And I really don't want to fill it with the wrong dirt. So I'll probably just end up putting it back in the box and into my shed until I can get potting mix, because I don't want it to blow away because it's been really windy here lately. I'm gonna open this little one first. It doesn't seem like a bed would fit in this box. It's crazy. Okay, so we got the parts and then how you're supposed to put it together. These galvanized steel beds I got off of Amazon, And like I mentioned before, I got one of the, I don't know the exact sizes. I think this one was like a 4x2. And then I got 2 of the bigger sized ones, and I'll show you guys the bigger ones at the end of this video. I didn't record or film me making the other 2 big beds because how boring is it to watch somebody screw something in? I don't know. Yeah, so it was pretty simple, straightforward. It just took a little bit of time, but basically all you do is you start with the 2 pieces. I started with 2 of the straight pieces. It comes with straight pieces and then curved pieces, and with the small bed there was, I think, 2 straight pieces, and then you could use the curved pieces, and there was 3 of those. And overall, really simple, really easy. You just put the screw in and connect the 2 pieces. So you put the screw in the hole, and then you put the, I think it's called like a nut or something. I don't know the correct terms for any of those pieces. But yeah, you would screw that in together. And so I loosely screwed it in by hand. And then once I got those in and I got all of the screws and stuff in and the bed was created and already put together, that's when I went in there with a, oh my gosh, I don't even know the tools, a screwdriver maybe, and a wrench. I don't know. But basically I, put the screwdriver in the screw, and then I held the nut down on the other side with another tool to correctly tighten it. And that was probably the fastest part of the entire process. The whole tedious part of it was actually trying to get all of these in. And with the bigger beds, it was actually a little more complicated because, it was just bigger and more flimsy. And then also some of the threads on the screws weren't established enough. So it didn't want to screw in, by hand, but once I did get that tool in there, it did screw in pretty easily. But I would overall definitely recommend these beds. I think they were pretty affordable for, somebody like me where, it was a little pricey, but I feel like it's still a little more affordable than taking the wooden garden bed route, because I feel like prices of wood are so expensive, especially kind of in my area. I think I'm kind of considered like Seattle, generally that area, and so we take on those prices and the tax and everything like that, so the price of lumber is still really expensive. And honestly, I didn't really want to deal with the wooden beds. I love the look of the galvanized steel beds, and they don't mold or what's the word, just like decay, and just decay over time. The steel, I guess because they're galvanized, they're not really supposed to rust, but they're probably still bound to rust, which is completely fine with me. I honestly don't mind that look or anything, and it's not going to affect the production of fruit growing or vegetable growing. I think, as far as I know, if there is any rust that gets into the beds and stuff like that, it would actually probably add iron to the garden. So just as long as the soil isn't like super high in iron and the rust adds on to the iron content, then I think it should be fine. Today, oh man, the dog's barking. I think he's just barking at the wind. Today is a new day. It's a different day. I want to get out there and show you guys what the final beds look like. I'm super excited. They look really good out there. I can't wait to fill them. Once I fill them, I'm going to do a video. And then I have one pot that I have out there that I want to fill with some kind of flowers. I'm not sure yet. It's super windy out there today. I think it's 15 miles per hour. Expected to be up to 30. I do want to clean maybe some of the things that might blow away out there. But before we go out there, I want to show you my plants, my house plants. I have a few things. I don't think I showed you guys this yet. I know I showed you the stem. If you're not really familiar with rubber trees or rubber plants, they are really, really pretty. I actually have another one that I just got. And the first one I've had it for a few years, but I unfortunately killed it. And all of the leaves fell off, and I think I overwatered it or underwatered it or wasn't getting enough sun, which I think that was the problem. But this is the new one that I have. There is, I think it's called a ruby something, a black, a ruby red, or I don't know. But it's a black, basically a black or burgundy rubber tree, rubber plant. And I forget the technical name of it. What is it called? Ugh, I'm so bad with technical names. It's fine though. First one that I had, all the leaves fell off. I cut the top of it off, which had 3 more leaves. And I'm trying to propagate that right now, but I really don't think it's gonna grow roots, which is kind of unfortunate. But what I did was I dug up the root ball of the blank stem, and it actually started producing sprouts, little leaves. Can you believe that? Look at that. That is crazy. I honestly did not think it was gonna do anything whatsoever, but it's starting to come out with new growth, and it's just crazy. And this big root ball is sitting in here in water, and so I'm trying to change it out once every week, and it just sits here right by the window, which I think it likes that a lot. Out here, and I'm gonna show you my beds. Where's that little guy? Hey, come here. What? Gosh, doesn't. Oh, my gloves are on the ground. I'll pick those up. Ooh, I'm trying to get out of this little fenced-in area. Keep that fenced so the dogs don't run in the mud or the dirt. Pick up my gloves. Oh my gosh, this screwdriver got glued down to the ground. Okay, what else? I think all of this cardboard is fine right here. I think it's all fine. I don't think it'll blow away. That I'm gonna be using below my beds. And then all of that junk, yeah, it's just a mess back here. Ooh, my strawberries. I don't think that'll, no, it might. I'm gonna put it in here. And then there is all of the beds, 2 big ones, and I did clean out the mulch a little bit from the bottom, and I threw it wherever it needed it. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good right now. Just need to fill them, and they'll be ready for planting. And then in these little containers I have my hostas, and some of them are starting to come up. Just that one though, and then this one I think is an elephant ear, maybe. No, it's a hosta. And then another one right here. Ooh, it's windy. And then I have one right here. I think I planted 3. Oh, there's one right there too. 3 in the small ones, and then 4 in that big one. And then here is my fuchsia. I think that's a sprout. I cleaned it up a little bit, put it in the sun, watered it, so hopefully it'll come back. Oops, dead. And then that one I just have to plant some flowers in. I think it looks pretty good. Very windy out there, very cold. Hopefully nothing out there will blow away. Kind of keep an eye out there though, just in case. because we do have a lot of loose things out there. It's such a mess. But it's gonna get worse before it gets better. This weekend, hopefully, I actually need to call a few places to see if, like dumpster places, those places that you rent dumpsters and you park them in your driveway, and then you just haul it with a bunch of stuff, and then they take it away because we don't have a truck. And a lot of those places seemingly don't pick up dirt or rocks, and that's the bulk of what we need to dump, really. Our land or our yard has a lot of rocks in the yard, and so a lot of the piles that he had created with the sod, it's mostly dirt and rocks. Some of it, it's just really patchy grass, and I just need to call a couple places and see and compare the prices on how much it's going to be, and then also see if they take rocks and dirt. That'll be another video for this weekend. Well, it'll be posted in a few weeks. I have a few scheduled posts out now, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this inspired you to get your gardens looking pretty. It took a while. It took a lot of work and time and dedication and a little bit of money, but overall I'm very, very happy with it, and I'm excited to just add on to it. And I still need to build that green stalk. I have to get potting mix for it, and then we'll grow or plant the strawberries. But I can kind of take my time with the strawberries because, again, 2 to 4 weeks after last frost date, and we're probably 2 to 4 weeks from the frost date. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you in I can't talk. We'll see you in the next one.